It's a level 4 advisory. Do not travel to DRC due to armed conflict, violent crime, and disease outbreak.
Hashtag fake news. Come on. Come on. Where's your sense of adventure, man? I bet you hotel rooms are cheap right now. Get an Airbnb.
Yeah, the hotel rooms with the bullet holes in the door.
Yeah.
His life has been just one amazing adventure after another.
Welcome once again to another edition of the Stand-Up Guys. I am Patrick Robles. He is Edge Brown. Edge, I believe you have a Champions League update for us, yes?
Oh, yes. PSG won the Champions League for the second year running, which is a good thing. It was decided on penalties in the end. Arsenal, they scored a goal early on and then just sat behind the ball for the rest of the game. But PSG got an equaliser, went to extra time, then penalty kicks, and PSG won on penalty kicks.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. I texted you yesterday hoping to give you a hard time because the French team won and you were not sad. Please clarify this. I thought like if the French win anything, the Brits are supposed to be furious.
No, well the Brits as well is kind of territorial, and so Arsenal are from North London, and they alienated a lot of other British soccer fans. So I think a majority of English people outside of London were cheering on PSG.
All right, so they're like the Cowboys.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it.
Cowboys or the Yankees.
Easy enough. All right. Well, congratulations to PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Yes. See, Look at that. Anyway, thanks for being with us. We got a lot of stuff. We have one quick cleanup, and that was last episode. We were going over the David Benavidez, Gilbert Zurdo Ramirez pay-per-view numbers, and we were wondering, how do they count pay-per-view numbers? Does that include folks like me who have that ultimate tier DAZN? And the answer is no.
Yeah, they do not count the ultimate tier. So if you watch a fight on DAZN and they come out with pay-per-view numbers, the pay-per-view numbers would be inaccurate. Could only be pay-per-view numbers for people that specifically just bought that fight.
Just the standalones,
yeah. So I don't know why they'd release those numbers anymore. And the DAZN do not release the number of people that have the ultimate. So they've got like 20 million subscribers globally, and who knows how many people have the unlimited package. And
then you got people who, stream various other ways, and we have covered that in depth on here. So the distinction between pay-per-view vibes and actual viewership, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's big, yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people used to rely on the pay-per-view numbers on the popularity of the fighter, but the numbers they're releasing now, it's kind of null and void because you don't really know.
And I think there's only certain people who, like on Twitter, will release those pay-per-view numbers, and it's just like they want to do their insidery thing. And I mean, I guess if you want to, and that's your kind of your brand. So I think certain people, that's just their brand, and they find out one way or the other, and they like to release that on Twitter.
Yeah, but I think now they should stop doing that because it doesn't really matter. The numbers they come out with, with this insider information, doesn't have the complete numbers.
Right, they're partial numbers. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of not doing stuff or shouldn't do stuff, we have something non-boxing to talk about, but it's pretty gosh darn important. There's been something going on the internet. Edge, have you ever heard of Max B?
No.
Yeah, neither have I. Yeah. So anyway, Max B, apparently he went on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and I got a problem with that podcast as well, but he ranked himself as the number 4 New York rapper ever behind Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. So Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. Well, the conversation went on, and he had some things to say about Big Daddy Kane, and we're not going to go much further than that, other than that he was disrespectful to Big Daddy Kane, and so long as you and I have a platform, there will be no Big Daddy Kane slander. Is that right?
No, Big Daddy Kane's a legend, so there's no way you can slander him.
Yeah, so we will not allow it. Max B, you are banned from the podcast. We don't even want to hear your side of the story. But we do have to bring this back around. So Big Daddy Kane, we love you. We got your back, brother. But Big Daddy Kane is from Brooklyn, so we decided we'd name check some Brooklyn fighters because we got to bring it back to us. We don't want to get too far, but we love you, Big Daddy Kane, and we love the Brooklyn fighters. Obviously, we start with Mike Tyson. He's a legendary Brooklyn fighter. Well, you name one, I'll name one. Who else you got?
Riddick Bowe.
Yeah. Zab Judah, we just an old sparring partner of yours. What else you got?
Shannon Briggs.
Yep. Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man.
Daniel Jacobs, yeah. Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah. What do you call it? This is for you, Jake LaMotta.
Oh, there you go.
I had to include that one for you.
Yeah.
What else you got?
We had Mark Breland. Great Mark Breland.
Michael Moore, former heavyweight
Mark
champion,
Moore.
lost to George Foreman. And then Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo, yeah.
Yeah. So Brooklyn, I mean, we could go on and on. Brooklyn's got a rich boxing tradition.
Yeah, you've got a few of them like Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Shannon Briggs, and I think Daniel Jacobs as well. They're all from Brownsville section of Brooklyn.
Right.
Yeah. With Zab Judah as well, they're from Brownsville. So a lot of them are from a specific area in Brooklyn, which produce a lot of great fighters.
And Xander Zayas, who has a fight coming up against Boots. Yes. Yeah.
That's going to be a really good fight.
Yeah. So big ups to Brooklyn. Big ups to Big Daddy Kane. Max B, watch your mouth. All right. Okay.
I think Mac B needs to have a history lesson and go back into the history of hip-hop before he makes any more comments.
Yes, for sure. All right. Well, we're going to move on. And we had some big going-ons last week where Alexander Usyk fought Rico Verhoeven in Giza, of all places. And this was just kind of supposed to be, you know, you make some money, you have a nice little exhibition. The boxer goes against the kickboxer. And darned if Rico Verhoeven, who's one of the best kickboxers of the last 20 years, especially at heavyweight, he didn't get the memo. This was supposed to be an exhibition.
No, he didn't read the script at all. He came out trying to win the fight and was doing so.
He was winning convincingly. He was very he was awkward, but he was doing his thing. And then I hate to see it, Rico seemed a bit almost unprepared, I think.
You mean Usyk?
I mean, yeah, Usyk seemed a bit unprepared, which is weird because, you know, he's never unprepared. Yeah.
I think the style gave him problems because Rico's got really good footwork and a lot of movement. And with his style, I think Usyk couldn't figure him out.
There's another thing. I used to hate the quote-unquote better I got at Muay Thai and the more experienced and technical. I hated going against people who really didn't know what they were doing.
Unorthodox, yeah.
Yeah, unorthodox. It was not fun, you know.
No.
I would almost like prefer to get broken down by someone who's really good, but at least it's technical, you know, than just someone who's just all over the place. And
well, you fight a good technical fighter and they do everything perfectly, so they're easier to read. Some of the guys who are unorthodox, they don't really know what they're doing, so there's no way that you can read them because they don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, they don't know what they're going to do next, so you don't know what they're going to do next. I think there's a little bit of that. And then I don't think the pacing got to Rico at all, because I mean the guy's been in 5-round kickboxing fights. Is there a difference? Yeah, but I mean he's been in big fights. You know, he certainly the moment didn't get to him at all.
No, and he's been training with Peter Fiore, who's Tyson Fury's uncle. He's been training him for I think 15 years, and he's also been in training camps with Tyson Fury, sparring with Tyson Fury for fights. So he's accustomed to good professional boxers. So, you know, I can say he wasn't really intimidated by Usyk.
So Usyk does win by an 11th round TKO. Let's talk specifically about the stoppage where Usyk was getting to him and Usyk legitimately knocked him down. But the bell rings and then they stop the fight. The ref says he didn't hear the bell, but actually it doesn't matter because the ref can still stop the fight whenever they want to stop the fight. I personally think Rico, you know, should have went back to the stool, but probably would have been finished in the 12th. He was fading quick.
Yeah, he was tired after the pace of the fight. He'd said he was tired, and he got knocked down. And usually in situations like that, I've been in fights when the crowd's gotten really loud, and you, as a fighter, you don't hear the bell, and the referee doesn't hear the bell, and somebody from ringside goes, "Hey, the bell's wrong, stop the fight." So I think the referee giving that excuse is probably true.
We'll get to the scoring in a moment, but I mean, so what did you think of that specific stoppage at that specific time?
I thought it was an early stoppage. I think Rico was kind of defending himself. He was moving his head. He was trying to slip. He threw a punch or two, so he was still active. So there's no reason for. He was hurt from the knockdown, obviously, but I think being that close to the bell, because I think the referee did hear the 10-second warning, so he knew the bell was imminent. So I think he stopped it too early.
I think it's all about context. If this was like I don't know, a 6-round fight, 8-round fight, younger fighters, I'm fine with a stoppage like that. But when it's for the heavyweight title and it's a guy like Rico who's been fighting for a long time, you really got to give him every opportunity. And as you said, he was still defending himself enough. I would have let him come out again for the 12th round. And, this is after, we talked about, what do you call it, Wardley Dubois, that going on too long. So I'm very mindful of fights going on too long, but this one definitely could have gone to the 12th round, I thought.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if the referee watched any of Rico's fights. If you watch any of Rico's kickboxing fights, he's been knocked down before and he's got tremendous recuperative powers. Absolutely.
And I was a prisoner of the moment. I just want to see that fight go another round. And is Usyk going to be able to stop him? I actually believe in Usyk, and I think Usyk was going to get him, but you just don't know.
It's the unknown. So, Rico could have recovered and fought well in the 12th round, and,
he just could have clinched or whatever, but then that's the next problem, the scorecards. With that, because they actually had some type of open scoring.
Every 4 rounds, yes.
Yeah, and my God, two judges had it a draw. One had, I think, Rico up by 1 or 2. Yeah. And so with the 10-8 round, I think Rico would have been ahead. Yeah?
Usyk.
Usyk. Why do I keep saying that? But Usyk would have been ahead, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, they would have had him ahead, which is criminal. Yeah. And I saw an interview with Rico, and Rico was saying that after 4 rounds, in the corner, they got the open scoring, and they said it was even, and he was like, what? Didn't I just win 3 rounds to 1 at least? So he said, then after the 8th round, he said, came back, he was even as well after the 8th round. So then he said he knew something was up and he had to push the pace.
So I have it right here. Yeah, after 10 rounds, 95-95, 95-95, and 96-94 for Verhoeven. DAZN had it 98-92, and I think that's about where you and I had it.
Yeah, it's around there, yeah. Yeah,
and
with the open scoring, if Rico got the correct open scoring, like the DAZN scoring, maybe it'd have eased off and he wouldn't have got caught in the 11th round.
For sure,
So obviously we're speculating, but that could have been an issue.
But beyond that, just what a great fight! You start he had a good first round. Oh, he had a good second round. Then you're like, wait a second, this is good. I have to thank DAZN for lagging so ridiculously long. I know for everyone else watching, it was horrendous, but I was out doing stuff and I was rushing to get home, and I actually had it on in my car so I could hear, and I could just hear them babbling about absolutely nothing, and it started just as I got home. So thank you, DAZN, for just lagging.
Oh yeah, you must have friends of yours at DAZN that were delaying the fight.
So the presentation, because I watched the whole thing later on. The presentation was fantastic, but apparently behind the scenes, it was a SHIT show. It was bad behind the scenes, but the product was, I don't care about behind the scenes, but the product was great. But,
the view of it in Gaza with the pyramids in the background was great visual.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Turkey's been trying to do these different places, and, Times Square was awful. I can guarantee you Alcatraz would have been awful, but, oh, God, the pyramids were just perfect. It looked fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great place to do it.
Yeah, definitely do that again. We'll get to the rest of the card, but, great presentation, and the ring walks, too. It was
good.
Yeah, it was really good. So are we going to keep doing kickboxing versus boxing champions? Or are they going to start? Are they going to maybe put the kibosh on that?
Well, probably. Kickboxers versus boxers. The kickboxers, most of them, their hands are pretty good. So they're better than putting UFC fighters or MMA fighters against boxers.
Yeah, and they do a bit of boxing,
Remember Nicky Holston, when he fought Callum Smith? He put in a good performance there as well. So I think the kickboxers definitely do a better job against boxers. Well,
certainly better than the boxers do when they go into kickboxing. They get lit up. But so what does Rico do? I don't think he's fighting Usyk again. I wouldn't let Usyk fight. I wouldn't have let Usyk fight him again.
Well, a lot of people want the rematch. I think Turki Al-Sheikh wanted the rematch, did he? Instead of Usyk fighting his mandatory, which is Kabayel.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But Rico said he's going to continue boxing, so we'll see what happens.
And speaking of which, there was a snafu afterwards because I guess Adi Oladipo had said, hey, we're going to... He had told, hey, Caballero, make sure you come in the ring afterwards. Well, he didn't know all this was going to happen. So then Caballero comes in and it just looks stupid because, like, dude, this ain't the time. You know, we're dealing with all that. Like, they kind of screwed all that up. And he admitted as much.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, you know, that happens. In the heat of the moment, you've got to, you know, live television.
Right. So once again, it goes back to that, you know, poop show, whatever that was going. So that's all part of it. So who does... I like Rico versus Ngannou in a boxing match.
That'd be good. That'd be very good.
For some kind of mythical kickbox, non-boxer title or something. I think that'd be fun. I think that, and they're both big guys. They're both kind of the same. That would be a fun little fight.
That'd be a good fight, yes.
Yeah. I also think, you know, you and I both love Usyk. This might be his wake-up call to hang him up, too.
Yeah, I think he's a little long in the tooth now, so I think he should think about retirement.
And here's the thing. He has nothing left to prove.
No.
Nothing. If he does it, it's because he wants to, and he's earned the right, but I really do think there's a wake-up call he needs to think about.
But I think as well, what you said after that, his daughter was in Ukraine, in Kiev, and she had to be in a bomb shelter at that time he was fighting. So I think that may have had a big effect on his performance.
Verhoeven against anyone else? Who would we match him up against?
Daniel Dubois.
Oh, God. Yeah?
That'd be a good fight.
I'm trying to think who else is a little bigger like him. I wouldn't want to see Tyson Fury. I don't know. We'd have to think. Hassan Rahman's supposed to be coming out of retirement.
No, don't do that to Hassan.
He's coming out of retirement. I'm telling you, he's coming out of retirement.
I know he's coming out of retirement, and he said he's going to win the heavyweight title again, but, you know, I have dreams every night as well, you know. So.
Exactly. Okay. You want to talk about these other fights, which is actually a pretty good fight card.
It was a very good card.
We had Frank Sanchez versus Richie Torres Jr., and this is one of those fights where, like, if you look at the guys, it went exactly. If you went by looks alone, this fight went exactly how you would think it would. And then Frank Sanchez just starts Torres Jr. in the second round with an uppercut.
Yeah, but Torres Jr. is a smaller heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's not that big. I mean, he could fight at the bridgerweight, or he could even probably get down to cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Where he'd be more effective.
That's where I'd like to see him.
Yeah, but a heavyweight now, the guys are just too big for him. You know?
Right, yeah. He's got good boxing skills, but they're not that good at boxing skills. And my God, that uppercut.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things you don't have to count.
Yeah, he became a meme.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
So, Sanchez, is he back in the picture? Or?
Yeah, he's back in the picture. I don't see him doing anything.
Sanchez versus Verhoeven. Now,
he could do that one.
Okay, I like there. We just answered our own question. I love it. Jack Catterall had himself a night with a unanimous decision over Shakram Giasov. Giasov. And this Giasov is supposed to be kind of like.
Good. I mean, very highly decorated amateur. You know, in the pros, has been doing very good. Good knockout power. Everybody thought he was going to give Catterall a hard time, and no, he did not.
And yeah, Catterall is just one of those guys. He when he pulls it all together, he's as solid professional as there is. And my God, you just saw someone at their absolute peak, just performing. Just at their absolute peak. It was really a pleasure to watch.
I think moving up to welterweight helped him. I think he's more comfortable at welterweight. I'm not sure if he used to struggle to get down to 140, but 147 he looks really, really good. So I think it'll give anybody at 147 a big problem. Yeah,
he dropped Gassiev in the first, and just. Yeah, Gassiev just kept giving rounds away, and Catterall just,
he boxed his head off.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch.
Yeah. And he's kind of Catterall, though. He's for like everybody. He doesn't turn anybody down. He'll fight anybody, and he doesn't take any easy fights. Every one of his fights is hard.
It's really hard not to like him. And not to root for him. So
I met him in Vegas when Josh Taylor fought Ramirez for the Undisputed Championship, and he was a really nice, humble guy. I mean, I like him a lot.
Yeah. All right, we'll see. He definitely got some good fights out there. And then Hamaz Shiraz just keeps Alim Beg. It doesn't matter. This guy, like Hamaz, just rolled right through him in 2 rounds.
This guy shouldn't have been in the ring with him.
It looked like a mismatch, and it was a mismatch. And Shiraz just keeps looking better and better.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
I wonder if Berlanga's looking for that rematch still.
Well, Berlanga's he's got some music videos to make. And he's not speaking to Shiraz because apparently Shiraz cheated or something.
Okay.
I love these guys. They just can't just say I lost, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like every excuse. But I really think that has to do with when you get built up and
get broken down.
yeah, and
badly.
just mentally, you're not ready. But Shiraz is super middleweight.
Yeah.
It's a shame, you know, Canelo won't. Well, I mean,
No.
no,
It's not going to happen.
yeah. But Shiraz and Bealey, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. That'd be a good fight. Or even Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
So overall, what do we think of this Giza card? Yeah.
I thought it was a very good card.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the better ones they've done. And I got to say, because usually you have the fights in Saudi Arabia and the crowds are like awful, they're quiet and everything. This crowd in Egypt was really good. They were loud. They were like, you know, a US or a British crowd. They were really good.
And it was like just the best looking card I've seen in a while. It just looked, oh man, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Good stuff. No notes really. I mean, like I said, apparently behind the scenes wasn't so good, but
Yeah.
great
The
stuff.
fights were good.
All right, and so you and I last Friday we had ourselves a Friday night in San Jose. So
Yeah.
we first got to thank Commissioner Fiore and the California State Athletic Commission and our handler Rebecca.
Rebecca, yes.
What would you call her? A handler or
Handler, yeah.
or our guide?
The guy.
What just absolutely took care of us. We cannot thank you guys enough, and we want to talk before we even get to Amari Jones. We want to talk about what July.
Yeah, July in
Napa.
in Napa Valley. They've got a boxing event that's for the retirement fund for boxers. So the money that they raise, it's going to be for the retirement fund, and it looks like it's going to be a good event. It's on July 25th, and it's called the 2026 Napa Knockout Charity Event. And I know like Evander Holyfield and a few other boxers are there.
And it's not going to be just boxing, right?
It's going to be boxing, Muay Thai, and MMA.
So I do like this because, and we're going to get to Amari Jones in a minute, but I would really like to see that sort of format on a smaller scale, like all over America. Pick a night.
Yeah.
The last Thursday of the month is, combat sports night. And on a smaller scale, you go out and there's a boxing match and there's a Muay Thai match and an MMA, you know. So there's kind of something for everyone. And that's how you start to build up fighters locally. That's how you get someone a national profile, and that's how you get it back into the national consciousness.
Yeah, it could get you big. Yeah.
So I absolutely love that format.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing people in a small town hate, it's the other people like across the river or whatever. And so you build up natural rivalries.
Yeah, you do.
So the Southern title means something, or the Southern California title actually means something, because then they fight against Northern California and becomes a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's really good, but it's going to good. I'm looking forward to going. July 25th. It's going to be at the vineyards out there. The Raymond Vineyards. Okay, so Raymond Vineyards in St. Helens and Napa Valley, so it should be good. The money goes towards retired boxers who been hurt or need help.
And as it gets closer, we will give more information. I will not be there. I will be in Alaska, but you will be there and you will give us a full report.
Of course.
Okay, but we are burying the lead. I mean, once again, what's going on in Napa is important, and we want to make sure it gets promoted. But the lead is Amari, the Reaper Jones, out of Oakland, California. The next big thing.
Yeah, he looked very good as well. He looked like the next big thing.
He just walked right through in third round TKO Vincenzo Gualtieri, and Vincenzo Gualtieri is the kind of guy that you feed in Amari Jones when it's a homecoming, someone with just enough credibility, but someone that he should be able to handle. And I don't think this guy Gualtieri had ever been knocked out before.
No, he's a former IBF champion, so he's got a good resume, and Amari took care of him pretty easily.
And it's not just the way that he took care of him; it's the way he took care of him. It was a very mature performance. Broke him down systematically, and once he had him hurt, he didn't play with his food.
No, he closed the show.
Yeah, it was a beautiful uppercut. My God, and it was the place to be in the Bay Area, because you posted, we both posted our highlights. And
people went crazy for it.
Yeah. So kind of jumping ahead, my worry for Amari is not in ring. It's just with all, because we started to see like all the attention he's getting, and just 24-year-old, can he handle all that? And I do think, and I'm a little biased, I do think the Bay Area takes care of their own, and Oakland in particular. They've had Andre Ward. They're used to having some big people, some big names. So I think the young man will be able to handle it. He's got Virgil Hunter.
Virgil Hunter, yeah, who handled Andre Ward as well.
Yeah,
trainer. So
hopefully Virgil Hunter's been through all this before, but that is my only worry right now.
Yeah, I think Virgil will keep him on the right track.
Yeah, because right now at middleweight, the WBA champion is Alessandro Lara. 15 years ago, right now, not so much. Carlos Adames, love him, but not really. Janabek actually would be probably, I can never say his last name, but would probably be, I think, the hardest one to fight, but he's gone for a year. You do have Denzel Bentley as an interim.
Yeah, but that was for the fake and IBF title. That was the final eliminator. But the IBF, they've got a world title fight in August 8th in Ireland, where you've got Itnosa Olina versus Aaron McKenna. Aaron McKenna is an Irish guy that trains at with Freddie Roach in LA. At the Wildcard Gym in LA. So he's pretty good. So that should be a good fight. And I'm assuming that Amari would fight the winner of that fight.
Yeah, and it would definitely be here. I'm thinking at the Chase Center. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya was there, and he obviously understood the whole Oakland thing. And he's like, hey, we're going to bring the title back to Oakland. So it looks like beyond the ones I just mentioned, Janabek, Carlos, Alessandro Lander, Jesus Ramos, James, but Shiraz, he's at 168. He's not going to be a middleweight. Yeah. Chris Eubank Jr., Yoneli Hernandez, he's a Cuban guy. Conor Benn, I don't even know what weight Conor Benn fights at. And then Itinosa Olina. Olahia, whatever.
Yeah, that's the one that's fighting.
Right,
that's fighting McKenna.
That's I had to dig for those. Like the middleweight division is kind of wide open right now. It's a bit of a lull.
With Jenna Beckley, getting suspended, then that left a lull because he was looking like the killer in the division.
Yeah.
But I found out that he wasn't by natural means.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
So what path would you like to see Amari take? Just for you, Well, if you were guiding him, you're managing him, like.
Well, I think that because that was the IBF thing, so he looks like he's going that route. So we'll find the winner of the McKenna fight. So I think that's probably the easiest route for him to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And you think by the end of the year?
Yeah. They're fighting in August, so I think it'd be November, December. And
then maybe Amari gets a kind of a fight in the interim because young fighter, you want to keep him busy.
Want to keep him busy,
yeah.
So we'll see. But he's doing good. I mean, I think he should have a fight in the interim in the Bay Area as well with the momentum he's got from this previous fight.
Yeah.
He could have a bigger fight.
Yeah. So, like I said, sky's the limit for him. I think the world of him. And he is a he's a talented kid.
Yeah, very, yeah.
What was I going to say? Anything else just from that? It was just pretty interesting being, down ringside, whatever. And
yeah, it was really, really cool. We were down front. So we got to talk to some of the officials and everything. So I
actually got to say hi to Thomas Taylor, a former cleanup candidate, referee Thomas Taylor. I even told him, like, hey, man, we forgot your name on the podcast. Super nice. I don't have the name of the ref for Amari's fight, but I was sitting next to him talking to him. And Edge, I get nervous, talking to referees after our Chicken Ranch incident. Not going to say the name of the ref. If you are a longtime podcast listener, you can go back and listen. But we were talking to a good friend of ours as a ref, and he made just one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in the ring. And now you're sitting next to him, and it gets really awkward.
It is uncomfortable.
So now I have a thing talking to referees now. I'm like, is he about to do something that's gonna
Well, that referee that night, the whole arena was booing him. Then standing next to him then was a little uncomfortable. But we talked to him. He seemed pretty okay with it. But.
It goes with the territory. Well, I mean, not only were they booing him, the guy who. The coach did everything except put hands on him, which, by the way, was all it's like, so long as you don't put hands on him, I was like, hey, you get to say whatever you want.
I think he came close to putting hands on
right.
him.
And it just being ringside, you just can hear everything. And being ringside, you hear everything in the corner. It was really cool. So once again, thank you so much to CSAC, and thank you so much to Commissioner Fiore and Rebecca. Just awesome people.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Yep. Any last thoughts on that?
No, it was good. I think they should have had that fight in the Tech CU arena.
Yeah.
I think they would have got a better atmosphere.
I agree.
Because the SAP Center is a big arena where the Sharks play hockey, and it's a big place.
Yeah.
The Tech CU, it's a little bit smaller, a little more homely, and they have the fight nights there with MMA and Muay Thai.
Yeah.
And that's usually packed and pretty fun atmosphere.
I'm thinking just probably De La Hoya just didn't even know about the Tech CU arena. Because I think when you think San Jose or the Bay Area, you just, SAP Center,
Yeah, probably.
Yep. I agree with you. I think that would have been a little better, but because it's just such a great venue for that sort of thing. All right, moving on. And this is where we start to sigh. We gotta do our regular check-ins with Floyd and Tank. We'll start with our man Floyd Mayweather, who's just having himself a month, is he not?
The reoccurring segments.
The reoccurring segments. Kicking against our will, but let's see. We'll start with just June 27th. It looks like his fight with Mike Zambidis is on, so we'll know.
Yeah, so his passport thing is taken care of with the problem he had with the IRS that was going to suspend his passport.
Yep.
That must be taken care of so he can go to Greece and compete in that fight.
Allegedly, his fight with Tyson is on, but Congo's having a bit of an Ebola outbreak right now. I don't know if now's a good time to be fighting in the Congo.
They were supposed to fight in April, right? So
but he says it's still on. That's
we're in June, but the Congo it's on the no travel list for America.
Kidding, yeah.
Because there's all this stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Apart from the Ebola outbreak, you got the wars going on and everything, and so there's it's a level 4 advisory. Do not travel to DRC due to armed conflict, violent crime, and disease outbreak.
Hashtag fake news. Come on. Where's your sense of adventure, man? I bet you hotel rooms are cheap right now. Get an Airbnb.
The hotel rooms with the bullet holes in the door. They're cheap.
All right, but and then so moving on in, something that every single one of us saw coming. Apparently, the fraudster that he decided to become best friends with, was untrustworthy.
Oh, goodness. That's a surprise.
So the guy had already been charged with fraud in New York City and all this stuff. Well, apparently he was not trustworthy. And he, Floyd has a $175 million lawsuit involving jewelry, real estate, stole his jet private jet, and general financial misconduct. Anyone could have seen this. Jonah Rishnitz, whatever.
Yeah, he's in jail right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that this man stole Floyd's money.
Of course.
I also have no doubt Floyd ain't getting it back.
No.
Yes.
That money's gone.
Yeah. And anyone could have seen this coming.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was a complete fraudster. I don't know what his thought process was, but speaking of not knowing your thought process, apparently having an ongoing affair with the manager of one of your strip clubs is not a good idea either.
Not a good thing.
Because and this is her real name. This is her real name.
Yeah.
Paige Moorhead.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
Well, I think a strip club is an appropriate place to work, right?
And he fathered a child,
4-year-old child, huh?
4-year-old child, and it is his, and he's already paid $150,000 in child support, but he's got more, and the court has approved a $2 million lien against his California real estate.
Yeah, he's got to pay like over $900,000.
Yep.
In back child support.
So if you're scoring at home, he's got a $2 million lien against him. He claims $175 million stolen from him, and another $400 million from PBC Insurance. So that's $500 million stolen from him. Look, I'm not the best with my finances either, and I'll get overdrawn. You're not stealing $500 million from me.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him, man. I do know what's going on. The money's gone.
Yeah, money's gone. Yeah. Kind of wish you thought it was a never-ending supply of money. It's gone.
Yeah. So that is your Floyd update. Any other thoughts?
No, it's just a shame. I mean, with the child as well, he was trying to get out of taking a DNA test and all kinds of nonsense. I mean, come on. Yeah. You've got a kid, you're Floyd Mayweather, you take care of it,
Well, not only that, in your 40s, you should have all that stuff out of your system.
Yeah.
You get yourself a wife and maybe a little side piece, and that's it.
Yeah.
Darling, if you're listening, I hate side pieces. I think that's horrible. But but just... That's it. What are you doing? And it's the manager of your strip club. Okay.
Crazy. Yeah.
But not to be outdone, we have our man Tank, who right now. So we are moving on. Gervonta Tank Davis has been ordered to fight Floyd Schofield, which would be an awesome.
That'd be a good fight.
Be a good fight. But the problem is he is now on a probation violation. This is from his hit and run where he injured the pregnant woman. And he'd been having all types of trouble. The thing in Florida is now a probation violation for the thing in Maryland.
Maryland, yeah.
Yes.
So, I'm sure they'll sort that out. They'll take care of that violation, and hopefully the fight goes ahead.
And I'm ashamed to say I pretty much just did all that without notes.
You don't need notes.
Yeah.
Another recurring segment.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of Tank either. It's just like get it together, dude. And then he's still champion, by the way.
I don't know. Well, that's organizations, and in boxing, if you bring in a lot of money, you get a lot of leeway from all these governing bodies.
Yeah. So that is our, once again, against our will, Tank and Floyd Mayweather segments. We do have actual boxing stuff. They're talking maybe Garcia versus Ben.
Yeah, Garcia announced it, and he was on a late night talk show, and he announced that fight. And,
September 12th, it looks like.
Yeah, Ben announced it as well. He's supposed to be at the in Las Vegas.
So I'd love to see it just for the build up alone.
Yeah, it should be a good fight.
Yeah, but just for the online stuff and the talking, it'll just be nonstop.
The press conferences will be entertaining, to say the least.
Then Turkey is talking Opetaya versus Benavidez, but I think Opetaya has Noah McCallan as his mandatory. They'd like to see Benavidez versus Bivol, which we'll get to that in a second. But I don't know. I'm hoping we could do Opetaya versus Benavidez.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good fight.
And Opetaya says he wants it. Benavidez says he wants it. So
yeah,
we shall see. But do you think it does happen?
No, not till next year sometime, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, not immediately. I think eventually it happens as well. But
because Bivol is supposed to fight Beterbiev in a rubber match later this year, right? So if he was going to fight Benavidez, it wouldn't be till next year.
All right, and then Tyson Fury versus what's this guy's
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Thank you. He's a soccer player, right?
A retired soccer player. Obviously, you know nothing about soccer. Zlatan's was a big soccer star. Played for all the big teams. Even played here in the US for a while at the end of his career, and he played for the Swedish national team.
Yeah,
and he's a great character. If Tyson Fury did that as well, the entertainment.
How can you say I know nothing about it? He's a soccer legend with a taekwondo background, lifelong combat sports fan, and a massive personality.
Is that you or ChatGPT?
No, ChatGPT. Google and ChatGPT. That's exactly what it was. All right. One more. Zlatan. Well, it starts with a Z, and there's like...
Well, he's a great character because he talks in the third person.
Oh, does he?
Oh, he does. Yeah, he's such a character.
Who did he play for?
He played for PSG for a while. He played for Manchester United.
Okay.
When he came to the US, he played for the Galaxy, I think.
Okay.
And but he's a big soccer star. Swedish national team, scored one of the greatest goals against England I've ever seen. But he's like such an entertaining character that the build-up for the fight would be with him and Tyson Fury. That would be pure comedy gold.
How big is he compared to Fury?
He's good. He's tall.
He's tall.
He's tall. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm not sure exact height, but I'd say at least 6'6".
All right. Well, I hope so. And then I think the idea is it's kind of like a warm up for Fury. Joshua's he's
Yeah.
fighting whoever he's fighting, and then they would fight in
They're fighting
November.
yeah.
Okay, so looks good to me. One last thing that's going to lead us into a couple reviews. There was like a couple other fights, and I was looking like where these fights were on. They were on ESPN Knockout, 3 Lions Promotion, 12 hours, and something. I'm like, I don't even know what these are, and I cover this stuff.
Yeah.
This is they boxing. I mean, and just put it all on DAZN. Stop messing
Yeah,
around.
exactly, yeah.
This is ridiculous. DAZN or YouTube. And then, so speaking of which, a lot of times when we watch one, Friday fights, I usually watch it out. Not usually. I watch it after the fact, so I can fast forward. So yesterday morning, I'm going to watch it, and RWS is live on YouTube.
Yes, which is good.
So I actually watched 2 live RWS fights. Once again, normally I fast forward, and I watched, what was the, trying to...
Noglanek?
Yeah, Nuanglek versus Krill Komatov.
Yeah.
But I don't ever watch the Y Cruise and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we actually come from gyms where they did Y Cruise, and I've seen a lot of Y Cruise. Nuanglek's was excessive. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah.
It was out of control.
Yeah.
This isn't just some Western guy. Like even the announcers were like, yeah, he's taking his time with the Y Crew.
Yeah,
and well, he must have really pissed off Krill Komatov, because Krill Komatov starched him in the first round, man.
But the fight was good because he came out and he landed a beautiful roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
And then he looked like he was in command of the fight, and then he got caught with a left hook counter, and his legs went, and he got finished off.
But he got knocked out, and he rolled out of the ring.
Yeah.
It's like I'm done.
That was funny.
Yeah, he definitely had it. So I would say Nuanglek, let me cut that Y Crew in half, maybe, and then we won't upset the Russians.
Oh yeah, but what's the name? The
Krill, yeah.
Komatov. He looks like a serious contender.
RWS has like a lot of good ones.
But he's really, really good guy.
And we'll link to it. They had a decent main event, but we got to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
But but it was just really cool to watch it live and just kind of see the whole thing live. I was about to say with the live scoring. I didn't get to see the live scoring.
Yeah, but you didn't need live scoring on that one.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad we got a little RWS in. We did have a fight yesterday, Dimitri Vival versus Michael Eifert, and I love your British counterparts. It sounded like I fart. They kept saying. There's not much to say here. I really think Bivol won by unanimous decision, and Eifert was dropped in the first round. But you could close your eyes, pick a round, watch the round, and you've seen the fight.
It's just Bivol being Bivol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
he's a master boxer. He controls everything in the fight. He's just an amazing fighter.
And it's just like you would want a young boxer to really look at him. And he doesn't make any mistakes. And like Eifert was trying, but Eifert's hitting shoulders. Eifert's hitting air.
Yeah, I couldn't touch him.
And just Bivol's in and out. I guess, and I think the only criticism any of us have is like, hey, go through the gears, so to speak, and finish him off.
Yeah.
Without saying, it looks like he could have. But
he's a pretty tough guy because he took some brutal shots, but he stayed in there.
But yeah, I mean, just on a technical level, it's just flawless, and especially he was out 15 months with the back surgery, looked fantastic.
Looked like he wasn't at the ring.
and I would. This is why I'd like to see him against Benavidez. I think Benavidez, physically is obviously probably a little more talented, but mentally it would be very challenging for Benavidez. He would really force Benavidez to grind and engage in that chess match. And could Benavidez deal with the mental part of it?
That'd be tough. Yeah, it'd be tough. Yeah.
So that is what I'd like to see. And I think Benavidez could. I think the world of Benavidez, but that would be the the friction point.
I think that's why everybody wants to see that fight, because it's a mouth-watering fight to just to think of it.
Yeah. So love to see it. And then last night we had Shockey Foster versus Raymond Ford, and those two guys, well, they don't like each other.
No.
Yeah. So Foster wins, but it was split decision,
majority,
a majority decision, because one judge had it a draw, which about halfway through, if you somehow stopped it halfway through, I could see it being a draw.
But down the stretch.
Down the stretch, yeah.
striking
Foster
won
took
it,
over. What I called a dominating victory? No, absolutely not. But it was convincing.
He won, yeah.
Yeah, he won. And it was, once again, it was kind of more of a chess match, and then eventually Foster pulling ahead. It was just great because those guys don't like each other. And then afterwards, Shakur Stevenson came in. Say what you want. Foster got under Shakur's skin.
Well, Shakur's friends with Ford, so
right.
He came there to support him, and they've been having back and forth, Ford and Oshaki, for a while. So I think that Shakur got like personally involved and jumped to the ring and started calling Oshaki a bitch and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think he wants any part of Shakur Stevenson.
Nowhere near that level.
Yeah, but then speaking of nowhere near level, I guess the other fight that would make sense for him would be Navarrete,
yeah.
And the version of Navarrete that we just saw against Nunez.
Yeah, wipes the floor with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think Foster's a very talented young man.
Yeah,
but just Navarrete and Shakur are like just the next level.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Navarrete would be the fight because that's a unification. If he fought to Shakur, he'd have to move up in weight.
Right.
So.
And just the volume from Navarrete would just give him fits.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah. Because Navarrete's not he's not a chess player.
No.
he doesn't play chess.
No,
he boxes.
He plays checkers.
Exactly. I think we got one more fight we wanted to talk about. So the most recent one Friday fights, we didn't see anything that moved us, that absolutely got us. But Friday fights 155, we had Kato versus Dok Maipa, which was a strawweight fight, and Dok Maipa wins via unanimous decision, but not after Kato got dropped a couple times, tried to make a little comeback, and it was an entertaining fight.
Very entertaining fight.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's a slow start, and you're like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, like second round, they decide we're going to get going here.
Yeah, but it was a rematch, right? So they fought each other before.
Yeah.
So, each one of them wanted to prove themselves.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, once again, we've talked about this before. It's just so crazy. One guy has another guy in trouble, and it's like the guy who's in trouble all of a sudden becomes like the danger.
Yeah.
And we see this over and over again in one. I don't know if it's the small gloves, I don't know if it's a tie or just the culture, but yeah, you get a guy in trouble, all of a sudden he's just like swinging for the fences.
Yeah, well, after the second knockdown, it looked like the fight was going to be over.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and in the third round, he just went hell to leather.
Yeah.
So you got to give Cotto a lot of credit for the way he came back.
Oh my goodness! And they have another fight, and they do a lot of rematches on one, which I love. I mean, I love when guys know each other, and some guy gets the opportunity. Like, I don't want to see him fight 5 times, but 2, 3, 4 times, good.
If these guys fought again, I'd definitely watch it.
Yeah, for sure. So it's one Friday fights. So we have we're winding down here. We have a couple announcements. I'm going to be away, so we're going to bank a show, and we're going to make sure that we don't, because there's not a lot coming up boxing wise, except there's a BAM's fighting, right?
On the 13th.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to do for you, our listeners, whom we love. We got some stuff that we're going to do that's not really, what would you call it? It doesn't matter when we do it. It's kind of it's just kind of like just floating in time, so to speak. We also are looking at doing an interview. We're 90% sure we're going to do that. So between that and like an extra podcast, we'll have you covered, and you probably won't hear from us for a couple weeks. However, if the BAM fight is amazing,
we'll cover it.
We are going to cover it the next morning. I will interrupt my vacation, and let's just say the BAM fight is amazing, or something crazy happens. We have to talk about
Crazy news story.
We're just going to apologize in advance for the audio. We were messing around with it yesterday, and we are 2 old guys still trying to figure it out, because right now we're in a studio, and we got great mics.
Nice sound.
So we do have it figured out. You'll be able to hear. Don't get me wrong. You'll be able to hear us. But if we do the little extra thing, we will apologize in advance for the audio. Hopefully it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, that'll be it. Also, in the interim, you will be going to Fight Night in San Jose.
Fight Night in San Jose, also on the 13th, the same night as the BAM fight.
Yeah.
So, which should be a good fight. It's Fight Night number 5, and they always put on a good show. I got a shout out to
Gilbert
Melendez.
Yeah, Texas. Oh, and by the way, some little bit of news. Scott Coker back in the MMA game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he got funding for some MMA league, so
good.
He's back into it. Scott Coker, big supporter of Bay Area. Just combat sports in general, but definitely Muay Thai.
He was the founder of Strikeforce and Bellator.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing, and the fight nights with him and Gilbert and Landers have been really good, and I'm happy to go down there and support them.
Yeah, I think you'll be ringside. I'm bummed I'm missing. I'm happy I'm going to be on vacation, but I am bummed I'm missing it.
Yeah,
and missing it with you. Fun. It's always fun to watch you. Beat off the fans with a stick. No autographs.
It shows how old you are. The autographs no more. It's all selfies.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone wants to. Be, actually, I don't know what you're going to do without me. You're on your own, buddy.
It's okay. Yeah. I'll be okay. I'll get a bodyguard, another bodyguard.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so that is pretty much it. We want to thank you all for being with us. Edge, do you have anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it. We will see you, soon, but not soon. You guys get it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on across social media. Stand up, guys, and we are out.